already back.
We are back.
It's your favorite couple, JGx4. JGx4. This time only -1, and that's Jaslynn B. We got the oh so beautiful Jaslynn B. Jaslynn, say hey. Jaslynn, say hey guys. Tuki, stop tickling daddy. Tuki. Jaslynn, say hey guys. Anyway, today we're going to talk about
our pregnancy/birthing journey.
Before we get started, we need to make a couple shout outs, man. We gotta do a couple shout outs.
No, because I watched her videos.
Oh, you watched videos? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, Queen Chama, she shouted us out for one of our first videos, so we are reciprocating the love. Thank you.
And we got one more. You know who that is, right?
Next shout out, it goes to
Dre and Kiera TV. Y'all go subscribe to them. They helped us out a lot with figuring everything out. They didn't leave us in the dark about things, so shout out to them.
Ew! She's so annoying. But yeah, so like honestly, like the whole spill, like me and Jonah like weren't even together for a year. Ew, that's sticky. Ew, sticky. She's such a distraction.
I swear.
So what happened was like I remember we went to Cali that December. We left the day after Christmas.
Right.
And came back on New Year's Day. And then by mid-January I was pregnant. But I did not know that I was pregnant. I didn't find out until February the 26th. So when I found out, we it was funny because like that night me and him had gotten an argument, and so he left with his friend, I left with my friends, and like me and my friends, Ebony and Jamarcus, shout out to y'all. I don't want y'all to think that I forgot about y'all, but anyway, we went out to eat. We went to Winsel's, it's like an oyster bar downtown Montgomery, and we were eating. I even remember what I was eating. Like nap time. Stop. Like a big old plate of nachos. I didn't even eat all of it. Like I ate maybe half of it, because then we started talking about like, I was like, I might be pregnant. And they were like, you know, why do you think that? And I told them like, well, it's February. It was February 25th. And I still haven't got my period. You know, February ends on the 28th. So I was like, most of the month that's gone by, I still have not gotten my period.
What baby water?
Something's going on. Being pregnant was the very last thing that I was really thinking about, honestly. But I was. And so we went to Walmart and got a pregnancy test, and like the box had 2 in it. So we went back to Ebony's house, and I took one of them, which I didn't know at the time. Also, the best time to take a pregnancy test is when you first wake up in the morning, because that's when your pee is like not that, but that's when it's like the most potent, I guess. So I didn't know that at the time. This was like I said, at 11 o'clock at night that I took this one. So it didn't show up at all. So I'm like, great. So now I really don't know. And I kid you not, we argued all the way until like 5 o'clock in the morning. And it was funny because like we knew that what we was arguing about was like not a big deal. It was like a petty argument, because like 5 minutes later, after we stopped arguing, we just stopped talking to each other. He was just like, come here. And then he just held me, and then we was good. Like, we didn't even talk about it no more after that. And so then, like, we were just chilling for a while, and then I was thinking about it. I'm like, hold on, I still have that pregnancy test in my purse. So I was like, I gotta go to the bathroom. And so I just took my purse to the bathroom.
Pause. Now, at this point, I know nothing.
Yeah, I didn't tell him anything.
I don't know what's going on at this point.
I didn't tell him anything. I take the one that I already took out, and I look at it, and it said pregnant, and I was like, okay, that one was messed up anyway last night, so I'm just gonna put that one to the side. I was like, whatever, that one's messed up. And so then I took the other one, and it immediately came up pregnant. Like, it didn't wait. It wasn't 5 minutes. It wasn't 2 minutes. It came up, like, and I was like, so I didn't know what to think at that moment. I was like, okay, and I was in the bathroom for a minute. I just was looking at him like, okay, so what am I gonna do?
So I walk in the house now. Meanwhile, she whole time she been telling me for like the past few days that she haven't been feeling good. She done threw up. But see, I didn't think that she was pregnant because everybody in the house was sick.
Yeah.
At that time, like everybody
we had all had the stomach flu. Like, you know, we were all throwing up.
Yeah. So when she threw up, I didn't think nothing of it. But then, you know, I walk in the living room that day after she took the drug test. I didn't know.
The drug test?
I mean, not drug test. After she took the pregnancy test that I didn't know of. You did.
Like, it was immediate, like 5 minutes after. I just went and sat on the couch, and I was just looking like...
Yeah, so you know, she still had that look on her face. She didn't have time like to marinate and nothing. They were fresh. You hear me? So I walk in, and she just looked awful, like terrible. So I'm like, babe, you alright? She was like, I don't feel good. I was like, yup.
You pregnant.
Here she go. I said,
I busted out crying.
I was like, you pregnant for real?
Yeah, he was like, are you serious?
Like, for real, dog, like, like, you pregnant for real? Anyways, yeah. So she was like, so I sat down next to her, just like how we sitting down next to each other right here. Boom. And my head, you feel me?
Then I cried more because I was scared.
I looked at her, I was like, it's alright, babe. We're gonna be alright. You feel me? Ain't nothing to worry about. I've been here, I'm still gonna be here type shit. You feel me? I wasn't on that stressful. I'm telling her to relax type deal. Like, it's alright, babe, calm down.
Yeah, but like knowing me, I was like, how?
Yeah.
I was like, how is it gonna be okay? Like, I wasn't having it for like a few minutes. Like,
I mean,
about 5 minutes, I wasn't having it.
So, but you just gotta, you know, I had to think to myself, like, within those 30 seconds. Because at that point in time, when a girl tell you she pregnant, nigga, every word you say after that,
it's crucial.
I'm telling you, that be either positive or negative. It's either gonna help her out or it's gonna hurt her. You feel me? So I had to think quick. You feel me? So, but I was telling the truth though. I mean, I wasn't scared. You know, I was watching my nieces grow up for the longest. Anyways, I helped take care of them. I helped hold them and feed them and stuff like that. So I knew it wasn't gonna be no issue. So when she told me she had that little one in her stomach, I was like, it's time to go get it now, you feel me? So I got my
that was
first
like
job.
that was another thing that I was nervous about because like neither of us had a job at the time. Like so then I'd say around 6 months with Jazz, I started getting like really bad round ligament pain, and it's where like right up under your stomach, like your hip area. It's in the middle of your body, and it hurts so bad when you try to do anything. Like if you try to stand up, it hurts. If you walk, it hurts. If you put your pants on, it hurts. If you turn over in your bed, like when you're sleeping, it hurts. Like it hurts really bad. It feels like somebody's ripping your leg off of your body. And so I started having it with her, and it did not stop until I literally had her. Like the next day after I had her, I never felt it anymore. So that is one thing that I did not even know happened at all, like when you were pregnant, and it was terrible. And I have it worse with Jaxtyn. Like he can tell you sometimes I can't even move. Like I need help.
And
I need a wheelchair.
Right. And one thing that I learned, one of many things that I learned, even though I wasn't the one carrying her baby, but me just being the man and the father and her man. You need to be with your woman. I ain't gonna say all the time, but give them some time, show them some attention. You feel me? Especially when she got your child inside the stomach, because you never know what she going through. Them hormones are real.
They are.
Real. Feelings. Just, you never know what she could be going through. Just be thinking, like, never
And
know
a
what
lot
she
of
might
times-
want. She might need something. You never know. She might be hurting. You just need to be there. And I ain't gonna lie, when she was pregnant with two duty, like I said, you know, I was still a little boy at the time. I mean, I ain't saying I was a kid, but you feel me? I wasn't a grown man, and I wasn't ready for that type of responsibility. I ain't gonna lie. You feel me? I felt like I was ready. I knew I was gonna be a good dad. I never felt like I wasn't gonna be a good dad. I just felt like, you feel me? I really ain't see the big picture, you feel me? I ain't think it was there. You feel me?
Yeah, because like, you know, they say like when a woman is pregnant, she becomes a mother the moment she finds out, but a father doesn't become a father until the baby is born.
Right.
So like,
so you feel me?
He didn't feel the same things that I felt.
I wasn't in that father mindset just yet, you feel me? So I'll be gone all night, you feel me? I'll be working, first of all, I'll be working like 8-hour shifts, and I'll be gone all fucking day, and then come back, and then, you know, go to sleep, and all that stuff, and I wasn't really thinking about her and her feelings when she was pregnant, until after she had a baby, until after I, you know, was, you know, in that father mode and seeing what all she had to go through. So, you know, when she got pregnant, I knew exactly how to handle that, you know. So yeah, man, it just like, that family time important, especially when you have a child, man, and when you ain't grow up and you ain't have, I'm just happy that I got somebody with me that wants to have a family. You feel me? Because we ain't really had the best. I ain't say our parents ain't do a good job. You feel me? I don't know. You know, I ain't say her parents didn't do a good job. How about that? My sister did a great job. But other than that,
this time around, like, this time when I found out about Jackson, it was January 26th. Like, I found out about Jazz on February 26th. This one on January 26th. And it was like January, February, and he was like, he just was different. Like, do you need anything? Do you want this? Do you know, like, just making sure I was okay, making sure I had what I needed, making sure he was spending time with me and Jazz and all that, just making sure that everything was okay. And I told him, I was like, you're a lot better this time than you were last time. I was like, this was a major improvement.
You feel me? It just took some time to get used to, you know.
Let's fast forward to birth and labor. So it was, okay, Jazz was due on October the 23rd. She did not come on October 23rd. She came on October 26th.
A little stubborn, a little joker, as y'all see.
And like, it doesn't seem like a big deal, but when you're pregnant, those 3 days, like any day after your due date is the longest day ever. It's like, it's horrible. I'm not even gonna lie, because you're done, like, you are over being pregnant by the time you're like maybe like 30 weeks. Like, what happened was, I woke up on the 25th. Like, I woke up that day and my stomach, it felt kind of, it hurt a little bit, but it didn't really like hurt enough for me to like care about it. Like, I didn't really think anything of it. And so I was like, okay, it'll go away. I'll just go eat something or whatever. And then the day, you know, went on. It started hurting more. And then, like, I say around like maybe like 4 o'clock. Around that time, I was telling him, I was like, man, my stomach really hurts. And he was like, go to the hospital. So I went to the hospital at like 8. And they told me that I was only 2 centimeters dilated. They sent me home. They were like, you're not dilated enough to stay. And I'm like, I need to stay. Like, you need to hook me up to something, because I'm not gonna go back home. But I went back home, and that was the worst night of my entire life. Like, I've had some experiences before. That was the worst. It was the worst night of my life. I went home, I ate, and I was depressed. Like, I was crying. I was like, I don't want to go home. I don't want to be here. I want to go to the hospital. We got ready for bed, and he went to sleep, but I did not know it was going to get that bad, like that. So all night,
I told her to wake me up. She should have woke me up. When
I was like squeezing him. I was like every contraction, I was like every time. And so the thing about Jazz, like when I was in labor with her, her contractions didn't get closer together. They stayed 5 minutes apart or less. like maybe 3 minutes apart the whole time. So I didn't have any time to rest. Like I didn't have any time to just like not feel anything. It hurt the whole time. And so every contraction I was just rocking. I remember I tried to sit up. I was like trying to color to get my mind off of it. I was like squeezing him. I was like crying. I wasn't crying, but I was like, you know. And I remember I was like, I need to go take a walk. But it was like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, I can't go take a walk outside of Montgomery at this late at night. So I didn't. But now I wish I would have, because that would have helped me a lot. So I was like walking around the house. I was like, I need a snack. I need this. I need that. There was nothing that could ease anything. And so, and it was weird because at that time I was still thinking, I still wasn't thinking like I'm in labor. I'm gonna have this baby. Like I'm gonna have, like I wasn't thinking like that. I was just like, this hurts. So, cause like nobody ever explains to you what contractions feel like, but they feel like period cramps. Like, but instead of like them being at your lower stomach, since you're pregnant, your uterus grows all the way up to here. So they hurt all up here. Leave me alone. It hurts like period cramps, but all the way across your stomach. The next morning, he woke up at like 6 o'clock and he was like, have you been to sleep? And I'm like, no, I have not been to sleep. He was like, okay. So we went to the hospital again and they were like, you're at 4 centimeters. I could stay. So they were about to get me transferred to labor and delivery, and they were like, do you want the fluids for your IV? Or do you want the fluids for your epidural? I was like, yes, give them to me now. Like, give them to me now before we even get up to labor and delivery. So they did. I finally got it. And like once I got the epidural, I didn't feel anything.
Yeah, she was great.
It was amazing.
Smiling.
It was amazing.
Feeling good then.
And like the epidural, it really doesn't hurt like they say that it does. Like it is a big needle that goes in your back, but it doesn't hurt like they say it does. Like it's very uncomfortable. It's a feeling that you've never felt before, but it's not painful. So that was like at like maybe 9 o'clock that morning. I had a great rest of the day. Other than that, you cannot eat while you're in labor at the hospital. You can't eat anything except ice. So I was starving because I didn't have Jazz until 7 o'clock that night. So around 5 or 6 o'clock, they came in and broke my water. My water did not break on its own. They had to go in and break it for me. And that's when they saw that Jazz had a bowel movement inside of me already. Because I guess she just couldn't wait. So then they gave me like this ball because I wasn't dilating anymore. So they gave me this big old peanut butter ball. They call it peanut butter ball. It's big and blue. And you basically put it in between your legs and like move. Like you'll lay on your side, lay on your back, lay on your other side or whatever. So they gave it to me and I laid on my left side, and literally like 3 minutes later they were like, you know, if you feel any pressure, tell somebody. And I'm like thinking like, I can't feel anything. Like, what do you mean I cannot feel anything? How am I gonna tell you that I'm feeling pressure if I can't feel nothing? But I felt the pressure like literally 3 minutes later. And so I didn't really want to say anything. I was like, I don't know what that pressure thing means, so I don't want to say nothing. But I told my mom, I was like, I think I feel some pressure. She was like, you do? Oh my gosh, you do? So she called the nurse. She was like, she feels pressure. And I'm like, wait, hold on. I didn't tell you to do that. Do not do that. And so next thing I know, the nurse comes in and she's like, were you feeling some pressure? And I was like, I might be, maybe. I don't know. What does that mean? And so she checked me and she was like, yep, you're ready. And I'm like, ready for what? Ready for what, man? What? Ready for what? Ready for what?
But yeah, man, baby had that baby so quick. Like, honestly, if we didn't have to wait for the nurse to go get our doctor that delivered the baby, Dr. Phillip, shout out to him. He delivered all my sister's babies too, and we'll be delivering this one. We had to wait for him to come in the room, and it took him like 2 minutes, maybe. You feel me? But when he came back, she had that baby in literally like 3 pushes. Like, that, it was so quick. When the doctor said push, she pushed like 3 times, and Jazz was here. But like I said, if we didn't have to wait for the nurses to go get Dr. Phillips, she would have had that baby in like a minute or two. Like, honestly.
Yeah, like,
it
it didn't
crazy.
take much. Like, but also the thing is, I pushed really hard. Like, I pushed as hard as I could. No, I didn't.
Yeah, I ain't tell you that.
Well, that's another thing that they don't really tell you. You might fart, you might poop on the table, but like the thing about the labor and delivery nurses is they don't care. Like they're trained to do that, so they just clean it up. Yeah. So they had to suction her lungs out because she did that bowel movement inside of me. So they didn't give her right to me. They suctioned her out, and it was funny because like as soon as they took her and put her on the table, like him and my mom, they migrated over there. I'm still laying on the table, just busted open, bleeding and stuff. And they just migrated over there to the baby, and I'm like, okay, I'm still.
You did your part. You laid
yeah,
out.
like I'm done.
We going to see about this look up. So we walked over there, man, and it was I remember everything. Cause Tuki was just bloody and slimy. And they just sat it down, they was wiping her off, you feel me? They was getting lungs right because she swallowed the stuff or whatever. And then, like, see, I used to always talk to Jamari's stomach, like, always, like, when she was pregnant. I make sure I talk to Tuki every day before I go to sleep, I promise you. So, like, because I heard that babies, once they can hear, you feel me, they can hear, and then they can learn your voice while they're in their stomach. So I was like, shoot, she know my voice now. Soon as she get here, she gonna know who daddy is, you feel me? And so I used to announce myself as daddy too, you feel me? So anyways, I went over there, man. She over there, whoop whoop, getting right. And I'm like, Tuki.
No, we didn't call her Tuki yet.
We call her Jazzy?
Yeah,
What's that,
Jazz.
Jazzy, woo. I'm like, it's your daddy. And get what? That girl eyes opened up. She looked at her daddy. I looked at her.
Love at first sight.
I was the first person my baby saw on this earth.
Yep.
So yeah, baby. Then I had my boys there, man. I had shout out to my boy Trayshawn, Daniel, and Mac, man. I don't know if y'all should know my boys. Everybody in Montgomery, y'all know my boys. Shout out to them boys, man, for coming, turning up with me, man. The nurses had to come tell
Acting
us.
a fool in the hospital.
Nurses had to come tell her to pipe down, man. I mean, shoot, it's Jaslyn Visa touchdown. Who ain't finna turn up? You feel me? Well, yeah, shout out to them boys for coming, man. Shout out to everybody else that came, family and friends. Shout out to the ones that didn't come. You feel me? It was a good time, you know, couldn't never ruin the moment, except I lost my keys that day to a rental car.
Then, so I finally went to my room, and like I said, I had her around 7:14. I had her at 7:14 that night, and they took me to my postpartum room, and I just was waiting there. This is at the time when Jonah and his friends were acting a fool in the hospital. Oh. And so I was just sitting in there by myself. I think my mom actually came in there with me or something, but I was just sitting in there waiting, and they were like, you know, one of the nurses came in and like explained things to me. She was just like talking to me, and then she was like, this is the number for the nursery. You can call as many times as you want to. I called the nursery at least 6 or 7 times before they brought her to me. She just had like minor problems, like she couldn't keep her temperature up.
Why?
It was like some other stuff, and they were like, once all that is cleared, she can come. And I was like, okay.
Okay, give me a kiss and I'll stop.
Oh, give me a kiss. Let me kiss. Anyways, yeah, that was us. That was what we went through. That was our journey with this thing here. Say welcome back.
Tuka say welcome back. Look right there, Tuka say welcome back.
Welcome back.
Yeah, man. You know, so y'all asked for a little video of life with and after a baby. There it was, you know. It's never been an easy journey. It worth it, Tuka. Say it worth it.
Worth it.
Say I'm Tuki.
Tuki, Ozzy, happy life. Daddy.
I'm not doing nothing.
Jacey. Hey, Mike. Say me.
Tuki, how old are you? Say one. Say one.
2.
So we appreciate you guys for watching this video. We finna lay this dog down to sleep. We finna put her down. It's your favorite couple.
Okay.
JG4 signing out.
Shut up, guys. Shut up.
You heard what she said.
I guess it's time for me to shut up then, huh?